Hello. Now we are live on this beautiful Tuesday morning. May God bless everybody. In the name of Jesus, Yeshua the Messiah, I do pray everyone watching is super blessed. As the Bitcoin price right now has gotten a back test of the major level, 113,978. It's the last lower high in the downtrend. And the question on everyone's mind is this. We actually forming a higher low here, about to blast off. Alright, we're going to be talking about that, talking about the Palantir conspiracy theory as well. If you know, you know. Actually, we shouldn't talk about that. I don't want the uninitiated to know about it either. Alright. Now we're getting the bounce, but honestly, yesterday we got a little bit of a rejection from right here. And we've got to really look at the chart. We've got to be honest. We've got to be objective. We've got to give a major shout out as well to everybody in the chat right now. First of all, major shout out to my man Carlos. He says long or short. I mean, right now, I say it could go either way, right? You know what I mean, mate? It could go either way. We've got to give a major shout out also to Mr. K. We've got to give a shout out to Rayoki. Barry R. He says 07. Shout out to Gary C. Shout out to Hopium Copium. He says we're going lower. It looks like this is probably a retrace before another lower. Let's be honest. We had a big impulse to the downside, forming a little bit of a retrace. It looks like a retrace, let's be honest. So I'm going to be talking about my next plans here. Got to give a major shout out to Guy Incognito. Keep on grinding. Jason operates like a prophet in the charts. Bro can see the future of the markets. Man, I wish that was the truth, man. Brother, I wish that was the truth. We've got to give a major shout out as well to Go Positive. He says, let's get them bags. And Tony Punch Aether Media. AJ, I hope you and your family are doing well, my Cuban cuz. Praise God, absolutely. We are blessed beyond belief. Shout out to Fit in Crypto. He says, let's crow, baby. Major shout out to Jungle Boy 420. Space. IPP Crypto. Alright. He goes to take a tinkle, and guess what comes out, guys? Guess what he PPs? Just pure Bitcoins coming out the urethra. Is that what's called, the urethra? The tube where the pee comes out? He pees crypto, everybody! I pee crypto! Shout out to Iguana-eyed. Says, crikey, mate. I didn't know if we were Aussie. I thought I was a Brit. I thought, honestly, I was a Brit, alright? I don't think Brits say crikey, mate. Major shout out to Millennial Crypto Investing. Who knows? Daily bearish, weekly bearish, 4-hour bearish, 1-hour bullish. You know, I think we might get another push to the upside. He says decent British accent. Thank you, thank you. Honestly, if I practice and I get into the mindset, I could probably do it better. I did used to work at Starbucks back in 2013 in a airport. Right by an airport, so people come off the plane and I'd just be giving out coffees in that accent, man. And I fooled some Brits myself. Alright, I fooled some people from across the pond. Alright, Dylan thought it was excellent. Oh, right, it's not the urethra, it's called the weenie hole. Alright. I don't think that's the truth, because honestly, that only works for the male gender. Right, females don't have the weenies. Shout out to Hans. He says, God bless you all. God bless you, Hans. Speaking of Hans, let's take these Hans and start looking at the charts, baby. Alright, so look, I do have to say I'm a little bit disappointed here because yesterday I was actually hoping to take a short above this level, and obviously that hasn't happened. And as I speak, Bitcoin is getting a massive purple candle to the downside. Freaking me out a little bit, honestly. It's freaked me out a little bit. Let's pop on over to good old Market Cypher B. But before we do that, we have to give a major shout out to the sponsors of the channel. First of all, WEEX. Low fees, link in the description. ANTARCTIC Decentralized Exchange. This is going to change the name of the game, guys. I highly recommend you start trading on ANTARCTIC right now. Because it's decentralized, you hold all your crypto on your own hot or cold wallet. And if you trade on the exchange, you own the exchange. We all are the market makers together, and you benefit from other people's liquidations and fees. We all share in that, and you get paid out in the exchange token, which is absolutely going to pump within the next few years. All right, so it's like an investment in a lot of ways. Super safe. Also, got to give a major shout out to BLOFIN. Now, guys, BLOFIN today, we're going to be doing a $500 giveaway. All right. So if you want to be eligible to win some of this prize money, $500, we'll split it between 5 people. Sign up to BLOFIN using my link. You don't have to deposit. You don't have to do anything. You just need to have a UID, all right, a user ID that shows up under your face right here, okay? And so, if you sign up, you get yourself a UID and you win. You get $100 to trade with on BLOFIN. Also, guys, if you know how to trade but you don't have money, check out Klein funding. Or you can get funded accounts super cheap because we have 25% discounts. You only have $30 and you want to trade with $6,000 account? Well, you can do that with the 25% discount and also the Instant Pro account. You don't have to pass the challenge. 15% off in the description. Also, got to give a shout out to KSEX and the Casper Crew VIP Discord. All right. So now we've shilled literally everything I had to shill. Didn't shill Market Cipher, so also sign up to Market Cipher and all that good stuff. We can get into the dang technical analysis. All right. Now, I have to be more tasteful with these shills, man. Sheesh. Just spent an hour talking about stuff you should sign up for. Look, don't sign up for anything. All right. Seriously, don't sign up for anything. Here we go. All right, let's take a look. Here we are. So, what has happened with Bitcoin? Oh man. Oh man, oh man. With the plan, my friend Stan. Whew! It's getting crazy in here. Man, you guys feeling that? You guys feeling that, or is it just me? I'll tell you. Right now, I'm feeling. Is it hot in here, or is it just me? Do I look normal? Do I look normal? Or do I look? Because this is how I feel on the inside. All right. Do I look normal right now? Make sure to smash up the likes. We got 500 viewers up in here, man. No weighted vest today. No, man. What is my net worth? Well, I don't know. Probably $0. I mean, honestly, you can tell that I don't really have any money because of the way my YouTube channel is so unprofessional and the way I walk on a treadmill. I don't wear nice clothes. I don't have a nice car. I don't have a nice haircut for sure. And what else? I think that those are all the major signs, right? Those are all the major signs and symptoms. I haven't been tested though. I haven't been tested. I should probably get tested. You know, get the old test. You stick the thing up the nose. You know, spin that thing around as many times as you can until it says you're positive for being a crypto millionaire on YouTube. Now look at this. We got ourselves the good old-fashioned Bitcoin breakout and retest. All right, check this out. We came up and we broke out of this. Now we're coming back down to testing. The question is, are we going to hold or not? Now look at this. I'll tell you this. We have just confirmed on the daily time frame a green dot. Now remember yesterday, we had gone through this whole big scenario about how potentially we're forming a very bullish continuation pattern right here. But what we wanted to see actually was we wanted to see the momentum wave come down lower than the previous momentum wave, right? Right now, we're not seeing it. We're not seeing that. Why did we want to see the momentum wave come down lower than the previous momentum wave? Because the order of operations for an uptrend and catching those higher lows is this. The bottom is marked by the bullish divergence. The bullish divergence is the big momentum wave, the skinny momentum wave, the uneven butt cheek pattern. Juicy on the left, skinny on the right, like the waitress at the diner coming out spilling your dang coffee because she can't walk straight. Because the right cheek doesn't fire. Okay, that's the bottom signal. Then we get a higher high, and the higher low is marked by a trigger wave on Market Cipher B that follows the trend. All right, now not only do we want to see the Market Cipher B, but we also want to see us come down to support. Well, what do you know? Put me on a tractor and call me Aunt Sally. We came down to the Fibonacci golden pocket retracement as we printed the signal. Which is why in the Casper Crew VIP Discord at jasoncaspertrading.com, the best trading community in the world, we gave the setup in advance, took the trade, locked the profit, right? We got the retracement. We're following our bullish plan. Now, the next step after you print that trigger wave that we got right here, The next big leg up is going to be usually, not always, but most of the time, characterized by a hidden bullish divergence, which now, instead of the momentum getting higher, the momentum gets lower as the price makes a higher low into key support. Now, what we need to really recognize here is we are at a key support, but this key support is a zone. All right, it's a zone. It's not a line, it's a zone. What is the zone? It's going to be this. We take all the volume that we traded all over here. We look at the value area high of the chart around 109.694. All right, going to go ahead and turn this red line white so we can see it better, right? And then also we've got obviously the back test of the higher highs right here. So this is going to be our zone where we look for that support. So we tapped into the level, happened on a weekend, can never trust weekend lows. All right, happened on a weekend. So look at this. How do we know if a hidden bullish divergence is going to play out or not? How do we know? How do we know if a hidden bullish divergence is going to play out? How do we know? How do we know? How do we know? How do we know if a hidden bullish divergence? How do we know? I'll tell you how. Watch this. All right, I'm going to take you back in time a little bit. All right, give you a little history lesson about the Bitcoin. Do you guys remember back in April when we printed a hidden bullish divergence here? When we followed the same exact pattern of the bottom, we had the uneven butt cheek pattern on market site for B, so we were super dang bullish. And then we got a move up, and then we got our first trigger wave following the direction, gave us our second leg up, and then we got our next hidden bullish divergence right here. That was the next higher low for the push. Then we got another hidden bullish divergence right here. Now, remember this hidden bullish divergence. How do we know it was going to pump? It's because as we see the hidden bullish divergence, right? Remember, a hidden bullish divergence is the price is making a higher low along a trend line. And this is basically telling you we're going to continue in the trend. The retracement is over. We continue in the trend. How do we know this green dot's really going to pump us? You know, how was I so dang confident to come over on YouTube and make a video saying, you know, we're going to pump? All right, because if you guys remember back in April, man, your boy was bullets. He was saying, look, this green dot on market site for B is going to give us a new all-time high, baby. How did we know? It's because when you see a hidden bullish divergence, you zoom into the lower time frames and make sure that as you're seeing the hidden bullish divergence on the higher time frames, as you're seeing, you know, the hidden bullish divergence where the butt cheeks are getting lower as the price is coming down to support, on the lower time frames, you're seeing a regular bullish divergence where the butt cheeks are getting higher. And we look at the 4-day time frame on our weekly here, and what do you know? What do you know? What do you know? You got this right here, uneven cheek pattern. That gives us the pump. So right now we're seeing the same exact pattern happening, but now it's happening on lower time frames, right? The daily is the one trying to print this hidden bullish divergence after we got our first trigger wave. Now here's the problem. We haven't printed it yet. So what would we really be looking for? Like if we were looking for the best long trade right now, what is most probable? Well, is there a chance the bottom's in and we pump? Absolutely. But I'd say it's a little bit more likely that we go for the lows one more time here, because that would allow us to do this. Right, we go ahead, we pull the volume once again. We understand we've got ourselves a little box of support. Okay, go ahead, take the box tool. Isn't TradingView cool? We pop it onto the chart, and then what that can do is this, right? We get another retracement down, freak everybody out, but this is where we hold and then bounce. And by this time, market cipher B on the daily has time to print another red dot, come on down, and actually give us that hidden bullish divergence. And then when we go to our lower time frames, look at this. Look at this. You guys see this? Now, we did print a little bit of an uneven butt cheek pattern here on the 4-hour at this low. All right, and you know, this we are bouncing from a key level, guys. I mean, we are bouncing from the key level that was given in the dang Casper crew. Right on my chart, long the level. That's how we got into the dang trade. All right, dang trade over here. Man, we are taking a dump right now. Bitcoin is taking a massive dump. It's taking a dump. Trump's talking about sports. You know. Here we go. We are dumping. But yeah, look, we longed it from the bottom, basically. All right, so let's pop on back here to the chart. And what we're looking for now, if we come to take that weekend low again, today or tomorrow, we're looking for something called the tricheecular formation, where, yeah, we do have left cheek, right cheek, but then we form that third cheek, giving us the tricheecular formation. And that's actually what will give us our bottom. The tricheecular on the 4-hour, confluence with the daily, giving us a momentum wave lower than negative 56.2 on market cipher B. Just like what we saw, really. I mean, go back to April, guys. April, the real bottom was marked by the tricheecular formation. 1, 2, 3. All right? The tricheecular formation. Okay? You got your here. I mean, look at this. You got the left cheek, you got the right cheek. Then you have right here, we measure, that's like a whole month of crack. All right? That's a real bender. Not Joe Biden, Hunter Biden status. Hunter Biden level crack right there. You know what I'm saying? Just a month of crack in a hotel room for some reason, allegedly recording it on a laptop, which he gives to get repaired somewhere. Just very strange things, guys. We don't know why. We don't know how. We don't know what's true. All right, but they give us these little stories to keep us fighting with each other, to get us angry, hating on politicians and politician families. No one's ever going to go to jail. No one's ever going to get arrested. Nothing's ever going to change, but they give it to us so we can talk about it. Now, here we are talking about Hunter Biden's laptop and all the crack that has come across this area. Wow, amazing how that works, right? Now, if we do not lose our zone between 112 and 109, I remain bullish on Bitcoin. All right, I remain bullish. I'll tell you why. Because on the high time frames, we're still in an uptrend. On the high time frames, we're still breaking out and retesting what used to be resistance as support. On the high time frames, there's no reason to think that this is bearish until we lose this level. Now, if we lose this level, then we have to face the facts that on the weekly time frame, we have just confirmed a red dot right here. Now, this red dot, his name is actually El Punto Rojo. He is a Mexican gangster, and his job, really, his goal in life is to steal the Bitcoin price and smuggle it down across the northern border back down into the south, all right? And so if we actually do lose and confirm the weekly candle below this level, guys, not good. El Punto Rojo is having his way. Right now, as long as they're holding above, our hope is that El Punto Verde, the arch nemesis of El Punto Rojo from the other gang, you know, that he's going to start to pop up here on the daily, giving us a little bit of that hidden bullish div coming on in here. That's what we need to see, all right? Yeah, he gave it a shot. El Punto Verde, he was a little early, all right? He's a little early. So we need him to be a little bit later here, right? Why was he early? Because you can see he's in much better cardiovascular condition than El Punto Rojo. El Punto Rojo, a fat guy. All right, no offense, El Punto Rojo, but you gotta lay off the dang cheeseburgers, bro. All right? El Punto Verde, he knows the truth. Taco Bell's not real Mexican food. You shouldn't be eating that stuff. Right? Doritos ain't real Mexican food. You shouldn't be eating that stuff. You know what I'm saying? El Punto Verde, he keeps it simple, like they used to do in Mexico. You know, they grew their own crops, they ate squash, they ate corn, they ate beans. Nowadays, you go to Mexico, they drink Coca-Cola, they eat all this American processed crap. Because of NAFTA, you know, good old NAFTA, spreading diabetes all throughout Mexico. El Punto Rojo, he didn't realize that, you know, he's addicted to the American processed food. El Punto Verde, he keeps it traditional. So he was a little bit early, but maybe now he'll take some time and then wait a little bit. Now look, let's go to the 4-hour. What's happening here? We're getting a bit of a dumperoni in queso. It's 8:40 in the morning. Trump is talking about sports ball. We're getting a little bit of dump. Let's talk about also, because I think it's really important to recognize the fact that right now, as Bitcoin is backtesting very key support, all right, the stock market, the S&P 500, is very close to all-time highs right now. You know, S&P 500 is looking like she's trying to get another pump. You know, if the S&P does, let's just say, if the S&P 500 does make another higher high here, all right, that's going to be super dang bullish, I think, for Bitcoin. That's going to lead us into a very bullish fall, in my opinion. Now, it's the same deal with the S&P. You know, we potentially are going to print the red dot. We potentially got a punto rojo and all this kind of stuff. But again, in my opinion, I'm of the conviction. I'll just be frank, all right? I'm going to change my name from Jay to Frank real quick. I'm of the conviction that we are going to see a bullish fall, all right? We're going to see a bullish fall. And so and so I am expecting in the fall to see just a rally in general. Just a rally in general, and that's going to lead to some tops. Some nice spinning tops, all right? Shout out to Lauren in the chat. We got to watch Bitcoin, says Lauren. Bitcoin's taking a dump. Let's check it out. Oof. Oh, man. Look at that. We just took that liquidity again, like CDW of the CDW right there. Let's check out the order flow. Oh, man. Wow. Look at that. So we had a whole bunch of shorts open. 9 million shorts opening up at the low. Oh my goodness. Who in the world shorts VWAP like that? Oh man, not good. Let's see. We don't really have bullish CVD here, sadly. New York is going to open in a few minutes. Let's check out what happened here. We've had a steady stream of shorts opening up. This could actually, I don't even know. I don't know. If we reclaim VWAP, we could pump because we have a steady stream of shorts opening up here. And we could trap millions of shorts below VWAP and then pump up, if you know what I mean. All right, we got a super chat in the house. Millennial Crypto Investing. Check the weekly hidden bear div on ETH. Thoughts? Oh, man. I'll tell you what my thoughts are, man. Scares me, I'll be honest. Does scare me a little bit because I have so much invested in ETH that I don't want it to be true. So I'm going to look at it in this way. All right. Oh, man. I don't want it to be true. I'm going to look at it as we got ourselves a money flow cross on ETH. And that this can give us a little bit more. All right. Also, I'm going to look at this as, look at the momentum wave right now. It still has some room. As long as we don't close the weekly candle below the POC, we got room to the upside. We got room to the upside, you know. But yeah, it is a hidden bearish divergence. Shout out to HFG in the chat. Wouldn't it be a quadricular? Oh, I see that, Jake's Games. That's a silly comment, man. Nice. Shout out to Eddie. Shout out to Marley, man. That's me. Marley, I pray that the Lord bless you. I pray that He soften your hard heart, my friend. In Jesus' name. I pray that He remove your anger and your bitterness. In Yeshua's name, in Jesus' name. Shout out to Jay Asnani, who says, check KSM coin. Okay, we might. Shout out to Novi. Why every time I watch your stream, you're walking? I'll tell you why. Because if I'm going to have to do something in front of a desk, I want to move. Because the body was made to move. All right? And if you want to feel good, and you want to look good, and you want to have energy, and you want to have mental focus, sitting down at a desk watching a screen is not the way to do it, all right? Moving is the way to do it, you know? Never in the history of humanity has work been done by sitting still, pushing buttons. Never, okay? And so I was stagnating. You know? Not feeling well, not sleeping well, relying too much on caffeine for my energy, which led to more sleep problems, and it led to just also when you sit, you get hungry for no reason. You ever notice that? You sit and you're hungry for no reason. You eat a meal, you sit down for 2 hours, now you're hungry. How is this possible? You didn't use any energy. When you walk, your body like uses energy. I don't know. It just is better for you, right? So what a hack, a biohack. That's the hip, cool term to use nowadays. A biohack, where you can literally, while you're already doing stuff you have to do anyway, be doing something that's healthy for your body, good for your longevity, good for your blood glucose levels, your insulin and all that stuff, good for your blood lipids, will keep your body lean, will keep your body healthy, will keep your mind sharp, will keep you focused on what you need to do, will keep you in a positive mood. Everyone who has a desk job should have a walking desk. It should be normal. It should be normalized. I always get my best ideas while I'm walking. You know? Alright, so here's the deal, guys. We are currently on Bitcoin right now. We are getting a deep backtest here. Let's go ahead and pull a Fibonacci from the low to the high. From the low to the high. Okay, so where's our 618? Give me 1 second here. Oh, wow. So our 618 is just a little bit below us. This white line is the 618. All right, so I'd have to say, guys, it's very important right now that we don't lose the 618. This is such a key level right here. 13.3. This is the golden pocket. If we lose that, guys, not a good look for Bitcoin. Oh, man. Really not a good look. Here's the deal. We do have quite a bit of liquidity from this slow grind up that we saw. Right? There are lots of stop losses under these lows. And so we're going for them. We haven't gone for all of them yet. Once we hit all of them, we're going to hit right into that 618. All right? We do have some shorts. Let's go back to XO. What the heck did I just do? What did I just do? Huh, what did I just do? That's what I did. Turned off my music. Let's pop on XO. Yeah, so look, we do have a lot of shorts that opened here. If we can reclaim the VWAP, we will have millions of shorts trapped down below. 60K incoming. Hunger is an addiction. Am I looking for a juicy long this shirt? I am looking for a long. I'm also looking for a short. I have to say that in general here, I'm pretty neutral right now. And at least on Bitcoin, I'm pretty neutral in the short term. I'm leaning towards another low on the higher term. Like right now, I'm leaning towards coming to take this low so we can get some of the bullish signs that I was talking about. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Divine Hood. Moving while awake and proper sleep are important. Yeah, that's for sure. Shout out to Martin. He says, hey from Denmark. Hey to you, Martin. Shout out to J-Boy Bullish in the chat. See who else we got in here. $110K first. What about Ethereum? Ethereum is going to follow what Bitcoin does for now. But once Ethereum reclaims the trend line, and I hope it does. So this for me right now on ETH, I'll be honest. I'm looking at this as a bullish breakout and backtest. This is the weekly time frame. We have a bullish pump. We have a move down below. And this is now, basically, we're trying to do this, right? Trying to do this. And as soon as we break this, it's going to be a rocket ship to the upside. Why do I say that? Well, it's the monthly time frame, man. It's the monthly. There's a lot more upside here on the monthly. Our 2 week, there's a lot more upside in the 2 week. The 1 week, I'd even say there's more upside on the 1 week. This money flow cross, in my opinion, look at the angle of this potential red dot. It's not looking that bearish. Look at the daily even. Like, it looks like we're about to get another push. All right, so I'm leaning towards ETH being bullish here. Now, do we see a dump down today? For ETH, as long as we don't lose the POC of this range, which is 3,300, I'm still bullish. So Bitcoin comes a little bit lower into the zone. ETH can come a little bit lower into the zone too. All right. If ETH does this, that's very bullish, because not only are we backtesting the trend line, we're actually backtesting a volume level, which is very, very important. That's a very, very important volume level right there. Shout out to Larry Garcia. What is going on, Larry Garcia? My man. Shout out to Matrix. He says, what's up, brother, from South Florida? Yeah, I walk on the beach every morning. Well, if I lived in South Florida, I would do the same, my friend. I would do the same. Shout out to Vanilla Ice. What? Okay, we have 12-minute, 24-minute divs. Let's check it out. We have bull divs or bear divs. Yeah, so honestly, this does look pretty nice here on the 24-minute. We do have some bullish divs coming on in. How's our 12-minute looking here? The 12-minute looks pretty nice as well. It doesn't look bad. Let's see what happens, man. Let's see if we can't get a bullish New York Open and pump ourselves up to hit our next target, which for me, my next target is going to be, nice, simply put, the high volume node of all this right here. High volume node of the bull flag, right around this area. I think that if we can hold a higher low here, we're coming right up to this area. And this is going to be a big make it or break it decision, because not only is it the high volume node, but it's also the Fibonacci golden pocket. So I'm hoping for a move up here, specifically for my long trade, and then we're going to have to see how market cipher B is looking, because this could be the place where we come back down into that box, something like this, right? Now also, here's the thing. Now we got to be careful shorting that, because remember, this is just tons of shorts with their stop losses, liquidity to be grabbed. So we could see a very fast squeeze right through there, okay? So this golden pocket high volume node, this is such a key level. This is as key of a resistance as this box is a support, because this is going to determine whether or not, we reject from here. The lower low is likely, it's very probable. And then we're coming back down to this support where, if lost, we see much more downside. So right now, these are like the two key levels for Bitcoin right here. We've got around 117.9 to 119. And then we've got our 111, 110 zone. This is so key. Honestly, if we do something like this is actually preferred for me. I would love to do something like this. I would love to come up, make a lower high, basically continue to reject from the trend line, and then drop down into the box, freak everybody out, but then we see the confirmations that we want to see on our time frames. Am I good with White Phoenix still? Of course, man. Me and White Phoenix, we're homies, bro. We are homies, man. White Phoenix is the man. Casper doesn't use steroids. He's just long on eggs. Yeah, I do eat quite a lot of eggs. Lots of them. Lots of eggs. Many, 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 many eggs. I've got all those chickens. You know what I'm saying? I've got all those dang chickens out there. If you get squeezed, we eat today, says Cypher Rider. One hour blood diamond on ETH. I'll be honest, I have not looked at Market Cypher A in quite some time. I should, though. Those yellow X's, man. Those yellow X's and the blood diamonds are pretty good signals. They are pretty good signals. And I used to be a huge fan of the 21 EMA as well. Maybe I should incorporate that back into my trading a little bit. Shout out to Felix H from South France. Eggs and tuna steak. Do I know about Wyckoff? I'm familiar. I mean, White Phoenix is the Wyckoff guy. How can you buy the VIP group? You can go to jasoncaspertrading.com. When I'm not hustling, what do I like to do for fun? Well, I do like to trade. I do like the charts. I do enjoy this. I do enjoy doing YouTube live streams. I study the Bible. I lift weights. I garden. That's about it, man. I have a super lame, boring life. All right, I go to bed at 9. I wake up at 5:30. All right. I'm super lame. You know, me and my wife, we're so lame. We just live this life, you know, chilling out, outside, in the garden, eating vegetables, eating eggs. You know? I don't really do much for fun. That's been turned off for years. What's been turned off? 4-hour shooting star Bitcoin coming down. Let's check out that 4-hour. Yeah, I know. I mean, look. It does look pretty bearish. You're right. But, I don't know. I wouldn't consider that the most reliable shooting star in the world. I would prefer to come up to a better type of resistance. But you're right, man. I really hope we come back up high here. Like I said, it would be really nice to do something like this. That's what I would really like to do. So I hope we do that. You know, I hope we do that. What order flow do I use? Well, I kind of use XO, but I'm looking for something new. I'm looking for something new. Yeah, potatoes. Man, potatoes. Honestly, guys, potatoes are amazing. You gotta eat them. You gotta eat potatoes. I love potatoes so much. I think they're the best carbohydrate source in the world. Good old white potatoes. You know? Good old white potatoes. 2-hour bull div on Market Cipher B. Let's check it out. Yeah! Well, that's not really a bull div, but it is a trigger wave. It's not a bull div, sadly. So, man, let's see what happens here. This is going to be a crazy day, man. I can just feel it in my bones. New York's going to open in half an hour. Yeah, okay. HFG, I got your email, bro. I'm going to have to look into that, all right? Got to give a major shout out to Isaac Newton for the super chat. He says, a banana. Do you think bananas are better than potatoes? I think potatoes are better, man. They got more potassium. And I'll be honest, I eat like 3 or 4 bananas, and I just don't feel the best after that. You know? I eat 1,000 grams of potatoes for dinner. I feel good, man. I feel clean. Potatoes are some clean energy. I'll tell you, man. 1,000 grams of potatoes. You know? Are sweet potatoes better? They are. I mean, that's what they say. They're more nutrient dense, right? Here's the problem. Where I live, I cannot grow sweet potatoes. I could, but I ain't got time for that. All right, you gotta grow the slips. You gotta sprout your sweet potatoes, grow your slips, and they're hard to grow. And then you have to get them outside at the right time so they don't frost. You have to treat them so nicely and speak to them every day. Speak the kind words. Play the classical music. A little Beethoven out there. You know? A little Johann Sebastian Bach. And then they die in the winter because it's not warm enough. If I lived down in Costa Rica or Florida, you know, where it's warm all year, those things are perennials. They just come back by themselves. So for me, being in a colder growing climate, white potatoes are the way to go. Because around end of March, beginning of April, you take a whole bunch of old potatoes from last year, chop into pieces, throw them in the ground, cover them with straw, and then you have a whole bunch of potatoes. You don't have to do anything. Literally nothing. You know, I don't water them, I don't fertilize them, nothing. I just throw them there, And now I have all these amazing carbohydrates to fuel the glycogen in the muscles to give you energy to go out there and do stuff. You know, to move stuff. You know, carbs, man. Love carbs. Is rice bad? Here's the thing about rice. It has no nutrients in it. Alright? Zero nutrient. Zero. Alright? Just like the price of Bitcoin's heading to. So yeah, I guess you could eat it if you want carbs that don't give you any other benefit. And have, you know, yeah, sure, go for it. I mean, here's the thing. People eat rice because they need to eat more food and they can't. And I've never had that problem. I'm a fat guy at heart. Alright? I'm a fat guy at heart. I'm so fat. I was morbidly obese as a teenager. Morbidly. I don't have this. It's so, when I hear people say, oh, bro, I'm trying to gain weight and I just can't eat 3,500 calories. I'm just so full. I have trouble eating less than 5,000 calories a day. Alright? I don't know. I don't have that thing where I need easy, quick carbs with no nutrients. Give me some dang potatoes. That's what I want, man. Why do some potatoes taste like the dirt they grow in? You gotta wash the dirt off, man. You know? Potatoes are so high in nutrients and vitamins and all that stuff, man. I just can't say enough good things about them. Look, you guys get me talking about potatoes. I made some videos about potatoes. I made a video about my homestead a few years ago. Let's see here. I made a video a few years ago about my homestead. Let's see. I don't know if I could find it now. Yeah, I don't think I could find it now. Let's see. Maybe I can find it. Yeah, maybe I can't find it. Yeah. But anyway, I got going about potatoes and I just wouldn't shut up. I watched back the video and I was like, let's see, escape the system. Nah, I won't find it. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is it, where I talk so much about potatoes. I don't know. Yeah, I'll go on for hours about potatoes, guys. Man, I love me some potatoes. All right. You gotta eat your dang potatoes, right? Here we go. We're trying to reclaim the level on Bitcoin right now, baby. Yeah, you gotta wash the dirt off your potatoes. I should do a potato giveaway. Alright, shout out to Coin Hoover, who says, I'm long on potatoes. Block Street. That's what's up, bro. Shout out to CZ from Binance, give it the finger. That's a funny picture. Alright, we need a video on rice. Yeah, we'll have a video on rice, honestly. Do a freestyle ASAP. I'm trying, alright? Isaac Newton, he says, a banana peel. There you go. I'll have to try it, man. A bull trap on SPY, says Kevin Lockett. If there is a bull trap on SPY, then Bitcoin's probably most likely going to dump, alright? So, Professor says, we Asians want a video on rice. You know, look, I'm not qualified, I don't think, to make a video on rice, because it's never really been a big part of my diet here. But my thoughts of it is, it's a waste. Unless you literally need those calories and no nutrients, I think it's a waste. Is buckwheat better than rice? Yes, I do eat buckwheat. Buckwheat, quinoa, millet, and popcorn are pretty much the only grains I eat. Yeah, I know, popcorn. Haters gonna hate. But popcorn's actually pretty high in potassium and fiber. So that's why I like me some popcorn. You smoked banana peels in high school. That's wild, man. Okay, I never did that in high school. John Ploney says rice is good pre and post workout. I guess, man, if you need like to easily put down, like, I don't know. I could never do it, man. I could never sit down. When people say like pre-workout, I have like 60 grams of carbs. That's like a spoon of rice, bro. Like, I could never do that. Like, if I'm gonna eat, I'm gonna eat. You know what I'm saying? For me, it's like a cup and a half of dry rice. Now we're talking 900 calories worth of rice before I even feel like I've eaten anything. You know? What a waste, in my opinion, okay? Pre-workout, post-workout, take a nice good old spoonful of honey and sprinkle some salt on top of that, some sea salt. Yep, popcorn has potassium. You know? It does. And Yowzer says rice has carbs that build muscle. That's true, but here's what's more important than macros. It's micros, all right? So if you have a choice of 2 carbs, one is literally just carb with no nutrients at all. And the other one is carbs that has zinc and magnesium and potassium and iron and calcium and vitamins and minerals that we don't even know about. And the other one's literally just carb only. One has fiber and one doesn't. Which one do you think is going to be better for your body long term? Right? Our bodies need nutrients. They don't just need macronutrients. They need micronutrients. So if you can fill up your diet with nutrient-dense foods, trust me, you're going to feel way better. You know, I used to eat pasta. You know, saying it like a Canadian would say it. Pasta. I did used to eat rice. Because I thought it's what you're supposed to eat. I feel way better now. Not eating it. Yeah, good old pasta. What do I weigh in stone? I don't know, man. Because I am just so American that I don't even know what that means. You know? Carbs are sugars. Great if you want to bulk. Not good if you want to strip down. I'll be honest with you. This is some bro science right here. I honestly think if you are active, it's way easier to stay lean, eating lots of carbs, as many as you can. All right? Way easier, so much easier. This is some bro science. But if you, like, here's the thing. If you put energy into your body, good high quality energy, I'm not talking about candy, rice, I'm talking potatoes and fruit and stuff like that, where you're eating 2, 3, 4 times your body weight in pounds in grams of carbohydrates. You have so much good energy and your body burns differently. I'm not saying calories in, calories out isn't true, but I'm saying you put that high quality food in your body, it burns differently. It burns differently. I am way leaner now, eating on average 600 to 700 grams of carbohydrate a day. And I weigh 200 pounds. Than I was when I was trying to cut my carbs down 250, 300 grams, feeling like crap, forcing myself to lift in the gym, feeling like garbage. Now, you know, I'm on 700 grams of carbs a day. I go into the gym. Every workout's the best. The pumps. It's wild, man. And the body burns differently, I'm telling you. It's like, I don't know. Look at humanity historically. We've never ever had an obesity problem. And people never ever thought about carbs and all this stuff. They just ate. They just ate until they were full, right? And the difference now is we have all this fake food that's not food. And so your body doesn't burn right. You eat real food. You eat fruits, vegetables, real whole grains with the fiber and the nutrients. Potatoes, sweet potatoes, squash. You know, you could eat every single day. Every single day I eat until I'm literally full. Right? No hunger. I don't have any kind of restriction on how much I eat. And I actually did just have my body fat tested. I'm 13%. 13% body fat, eating like 5,000 calories a day, 700 carbs a day. Leaner than I was when I was like trying to get lean. It's crazy. All right? It's crazy. Do I think New York will pump the price? You know, I don't know. I hope so. I hope New York pumps the price. We're struggling here. If we reclaim VWAP, we're going straight up, baby. Oh, no. Oh, no. Guys, bad news. 11 million longs under VWAP. People are front-running the VWAP reclaim. This does give us some locally bearish CBD here. Okay? We need to, if we reclaim this VWAP, we're going to pump because we have millions of shorts trapped, and then we have buyers stepping in. All right? Just have 11 million. Come on, baby. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. El punto verde. What am I looking at if we take the low? Shout out to Eddie. I'm looking at us coming back down into the box between 109 and 112, and then reclaiming that level. That's going to be my swing trade signal. Falusi. Yeah, we take that low. I'm looking at this, right? I'm looking for us to take the low. As soon as we reclaim that, that's like a swing trade entry for me. Stop loss, target at 130K. That's what I'm looking at. This is a swing trade level we're coming to here, and we're currently at. This has the potential for a big pump, all right? So we take the low. I want to see hidden bullish div on the daily, regular bullish div on the 4 hour. You know? Too many front runners. Yeah, man. Front running is not good. I walk for a living, of course you can eat. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's another reason why I walk on the treadmill. Right? Another reason why I walk on the treadmill. I mean, it's effortless. It's effortless walking, you know? But yeah, we were meant to move. We were meant to move and we were meant to eat. This sedentary lifestyle, man. It's like the perfect storm for being unhealthy. We eat fake food with energy your body doesn't need, doesn't have micronutrients, just macros, the bad kind. Bad fats, bad carbs. And then we sit. Okay, that's not how it's meant to be. It's meant to move, you know? Meant to move, meant to eat. Energy in, feeling good. Energy output, feeling good, feeling strong, baby. So Daniel believes we go down to 110 before 130. Yeah, so that's basically exactly what we're looking for, right? That's basically exactly what we're looking for. Could this be the bottom? Yes. Can't trust weekend lows. Do I want a little higher? Yes, because I didn't get into the short yesterday, even though I contemplated it. You know, there were people in the crew that were shorting, and I was like, I'm going to wait until a little higher. We never got higher. All right. So, yeah. You've got too many beans, Dead Cat? Me too, man. I got so many beans. We got so much food up in here. All right. Praise the Lord, praise God, praise Jesus for the blessing of the land. We have had such a prolific harvest this year. I'm so thankful. But, guys, I actually have to head out right now. So my daughter has a piano lesson, and I gotta be there. So, God bless you all. In Jesus' name, I'll see you next time. Peace.